Former Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, unseated by stunning revolt in a Shivsena last month, accused Eknath Shinde of trying to bring him down even when he was unwell in hospital and could barely move. In an interview to his party mouthpiece Samana, he compared the rebels to rotten leaves of a tree that had been to shed to make a way for a new leaf. My government is gone. The chief minister's post is gone. I have no regrets, but my own people turned out to be traitors. They were trying to pull down my government when I was recovering from my surgery, Uddhav Thackeray said in the detailed interview. Smarting from the rebellion that now threatens to take away his control over the party founded by his father Balasaheb Thackeray, Uddhav Thackeray said the Shivsena would win the battle in courts and on the streets. Congress President Sonia Gandhi is expected to appear before the Enforcement Directorate today for her second round of questioning in the money laundering case linked to the National Herald newspaper. She is expected to dispose before the Federal Probe Agency around noon on July 26 for recording of her statement by the ED investigative officer, officials said. Initially, she was summoned by the agency on Monday, but it was deferred by a day. The 75-year-old Sonia Gandhi was questioned for over 2 hours during her first day of questioning in the case on July 21st, where she replied to 28 questions put forth by the agency. That is probing alleged financial irregularities in the Congress-promoted Young India Private Limited, which owns the National Herald newspaper. The battle for the fifth generation airwaves is luring some of the country's richest tycoons, with billionaire Mukesh Ambani and Gautam Adani joining a raft of players expected to bid as much as $14 billion for frequency rights that could decide who dominates the digital era. While Ambani's Reliance Jio Infocom Limited has paid the highest pre-auction deposit, signaling it's likely to be the most aggressive bidder in sale that starts Tuesday. It is surprise entrant Adani Data Networks Limited, whose bid will be closely watched as rivals try to map out its telecom ambition. Wireless operators Bharti Airtel Limited, led by billionaire Sunil Mittal, and Vodafone Idea Limited, a joint venture between Vodafone Group and Kumar Mangalam Birla Group, are the other bidders. The airways sale could raise as much as 1.1 trillion rupees, that is $14 billion, according to a June estimated by local rating company ICRA Limited. Fact-checker Mohammad Zubair, who got bail last week, was trapped in a vicious cycle of criminal process where the process itself has become punishment, the Supreme Court had said. Warning that arrest cannot be punitive tool, the detailed judgment in the case that was released today contained a series of extremely strong remarks. Mohammad Zubair had walked free last week after more than a month in jail, after Chief Justice N.V. Ramanna flagged the matter of hasty and indiscriminate arrest, difficulty in obtaining bail, and prolonged incarceration of under trials. Arrest is not meant to be and must not be used as a punitive tool because it is result in one of the gravest possible consequences emanating from criminal law, the loss of a personal liberty, read the judgment from the bench of Justice T.Y. Chandrachud and A.S. Bopanna. Individuals must not be punished solely on the basis of allegations and without a fair trial. When the power to arrest is exercised without application of mind and without due regard to the law, it amounts to an abusive power. Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar on Monday said the Bangladesh and Pakistan's merger with India is possible just like the unification of East Germany and West Germany. When Eastern and Western can unite, the merger of Pakistan and Bangladesh with India can also be possible. Not long ago, but this happened in 1991 and people broke that Berlin Wall, Manohar Lal Khattar said. Mr. Khattar also termed the country's partition in 1947 as painful and said it was done on religious lines. People from minority communities were given the minority tax so that they would not develop a feeling of fear and insecurity, he said. The Haryana Chief Minister stressed that India wants good relations with its neighboring countries.